Aerial Yogis, I'm Camille and welcome back to my CamiyogAIR Aerial Yoga channel. So guys, you might wonder, where have I been? Well, for the last 7 months I was actually creating my 4th aerial yoga course, online course, and it's called Level 3 Flips and Tricks. So today's class is actually more like a preview or like a taste a little bit of that course on the easier side of the tricks and sequences, as my whole course will be created from the easy flips, tricks and progressive to the advanced and challenging ones. And it's, oh my gosh, it was taking that long because it's so many tricks and sequences. I couldn't even put actually everything what I wanted into this course. There's something for the future left. So there's like over 200 all kinds of sequences, tricks, and it's like a database of aerial yoga fun challenges. Anyway, so if you're interested in any of that, it's of course as always down below in my whole website. You can find everything in there or just in description with all the offers, discounts and stuff like that. So if you're interested, just you will check it out there. Anyway, let's come back to our today's topic, and today's topic is the hip opening flow with the open hammock. So as I mentioned before, it's a little bit like a introduction to the tricks and sequences, so it's not very hard, but it's still fun to explore the poses when we're stretching through the legs, through the hips, a little bit heart openers while using some kind of like creating shape with the wings. Okay guys, before you jump into the silk, please warm up. Do any of the warm-ups you like, or maybe if you don't want to think about it, you can check all my short videos or warm-ups over here on my head, that playlist, that you won't overstrain, overstretch, or inflict any pain during this flow, because you need your body already be prepared for those deeper hip openers, stretches, and heart openers, which is the back bends. So there you go. So be warm up, and if you're ready, then let's go. So let's try together going through both sides. Spread your silk, and then go through and find the front edge of the silk. So that's where we're putting the right foot in. Okay, so bend your knee and the toes just by the edge but covered. And now I will mirror you. So right leg in, arms away ahead, pull up. Let's come all the way into the standing. And what the weight is like an angel pose where we need to create the wings. So to do so, we need to wrap around. Find the back edge and lead your silk through the inside, forward once, help with the other hand, and second time. So 2 wraps around. You can do it once, but on the way when we're going to the split and pigeon, it releases the silk and it doesn't look as nice, and also we're just coming out in different shapes. So that's why we're doing it twice to actually lock the silk. Same on the other side. So just rotate the silk around 2 times, 1 and then the second time. Okay, so we're having our wings, just a little bit readjust, straighten both legs. And the first position is slightly like a forward fold. So you're releasing your hips downwards and folding forward. Just a little bit, you extend your spine and stretch softly through your legs in this fun shape. Then coming up and a little bit awakening your shoulders. So bending your elbows and just lowering through your chest downwards, neck long, as if we would do puppy pose, opening the heart, the front of the body. From here, let's come up. And now let's bring our right foot into that one side of the silk and stretching through the inner thigh, opening the leg. Now, very important that you keep resistance through the other hand. So you keep on pressing that one thing away, that you would still keep the shape on both sides, still having that open hammock wings. Otherwise, if you just release your hand, the leg will lower down and the silk tends to narrow on one side and open up more on the other side. So we keep on that resistance to opening the leg. From here on, what the weight is like a half lotus with a lateral stretch, side bend. So now both hands finding just the left side of the silk. while we're bending the right knee in the silk inwards and letting a little bit slide closer towards your opposite hip. And then we side bending to the left side, look up, just opening the shoulder backwards, so looking through your inner arm while stretching and opening your right hip. One more breath in, breathing out and coming up. Let's re-extend as we were. From this position, we rotating and turning to the left side to open up even into deeper stretch, which is the split, so sort of like split pose, not full split. So both hands yet again holds the left side of the wing and we turning the right hip. So first of all, it's a little bit tricky. Just bend the knee and turn downwards. Then you re-extend the leg. So turning, re-extending, pressing opposite sides with a slight back bend, opening the heart, neck long. And from this leg stretch, we're moving into the pigeon pose. So bottom knee now bends and inwards the silk. So let your knee go in, slide, but keep pressing your hands forward. Keep opening your heart, look up the ceiling into this expressive back bend. One more breath in and breathing out. Okay, so from here, we're now moving into the leg stretch with a hip opener, Janu Shirshasana. So now what we're going to do is lean backwards, you're turning the inside leg upwards, and we're sitting in the silk. And from here on, we're releasing finally that left side of the wing. And now you're a little bit readjusting your right leg by pressing it downwards so that it lower down. And then we're just releasing the arms and leaning towards your extended right leg. You should feel the stretch through the back of the leg. So relax your head, your shoulders. I'm just hanging, just breathing few moments in here. Deep breaths and especially exhalations are longer just to release more into the pose. So last breath in, breathing out. Okay, and breathing in, coming up and almost there. So we're now just releasing that leg out, bringing it into the cocoon, into the silk, finding the edges, sliding back, and we exiting through a flip. So take your feet out, knees closer towards your chest, and just exiting into the standing pose. Okay, let's try this flow in this space, so slower pace through the other side, and then we will connect everything together on one breath and one breath out together into more fluid and speedy motion. Okay, so spread it out, the silk, and left foot into the front edge, so by the edge, knee bend. Let's pull up into standing pose and recreate that angel wings. So just wrapping around twice, okay, through inside and forwards. One wing, the other one. Okay, once you got your wings, let's readjust them. That they spread more or less evenly. Yes, and now just move your hands from front, that they would be visible. Okay, and there you go. So from the wings, so the first pose that we're moving in is that forward fold, sort of like forward, not fully. So you're just releasing your pelvis downwards, but keep pressing through your arms to the sides. Don't bend your elbows, avoid that, okay, to keep resistance. And from this pose, we're moving into the shoulder opener. So now just straighten up, but bend your elbows more through roughly and lean into them and fold forward through your hips. Look up. It's like a puppy pose, just a little bit to open up the front body. One more breath in, breathing out and coming up back into that angel. Now we're stretching through the legs. So let's take the left foot and bring it into that one of your wings. So left side, just keep pressing the right palm into the silk, just keeping the wings more or less in the same line. And from this side stretch, or in other words, inner thigh stretch, while we're opening the leg to the side, we're moving into the half lotus, so deeper hip opener. So both hands holding only the right side of the silk, Let's bend the left knee into the silk and bring your foot closer towards your opposite hip. While you're leaning into the right side and opening that left side body through the rib cage, waistline, looking up the ceiling, just try to, as much as you can, open the shoulder up and backwards, looking through the inner arm. One more breath in and breathing out. Okay, so let's come back. Extend your left leg, as now we're moving into even deeper stretch through the legs, which is the split. So both hands holding the right side, the right edge, and we're turning that left hip forwards and down. To do so, first a little bit bend your left knee, that it would be easier to rotate it. Okay, so we're rotating, and then re-extend your leg, press your arms that one thing. So stretching through the legs, and here we're transitioning into the pigeon. So now you're bending the bottom knee into the silk, sliding downwards, but keep your arms straight a little bit, take your elbows and open up into this deep back bend through the pigeon pose variation. Look up the ceiling, keep extending the back leg, and from this elegant, graceful shape, we're now leaning back, releasing that right side of the silk, and we're moving into Janu Shasana, which is the hip opener with the leg stretch. So just to realign everything, we're pressing that left foot downwards, so just sliding. It's basically now more like a bow pose, right? And what is left is just lean forward. So nose towards the knee, and arms either resting on your shin or maybe just hanging, whatever you prefer. Relax your neck, your jaw, your face, maybe closing your eyes for this moment while we a little bit holding this pose. One more breath in here, breathing out. Okay, and then coming up, and now we just bringing that left foot next to the right one. The whole silk entangles into cocoon, so one straight line, finding those edges, and we exiting through the flip. So knees towards your chest and coming out. And there you go, that's your flow. Let's try to combine more everything together and fluid motion into more like a dance feeling, aerial dance feeling, together with a breath. Okay, so it's more or less, I hope you now can follow my sequence in a faster manner and you know what might await. So let's do it. Right foot into the front of the edge. Pull up, standing up. Let's create our wings through the inner end, wrapping around twice. Okay, once you have your wings, let's readjust, flop around, breathing in. Breathing out, press your arms to the side and release your hips into sort of forward fold. Breathing in and extending, exhale, bend your elbows and fall forwards now while the pelvis is backward. Look up and then coming back. Okay, re-extend your wings and the right foot comes into one of the wings. Breathe in, breathing out, bend your knee while you're side bending to the left side. Coming back, re-extend your leg and exhale, turn your hip downwards while we're pressing that left side of the silk, sort of like a split pose. From the split, let's exhale and slide down into the pigeon. Head up, open your heart, breathe in and breathing out, lean back, release that left side, push that right leg downwards and release towards the knee, towards that right extended leg. One more breath in and breathing out. Let's meet both legs onto that, next to that left leg, and what is left is just exit. Both knees towards the chest and softly landing out. Okay guys, so let's do the last flow together, starting through the left foot, combining everything together on this side. And I hope so far you're enjoying this sequence, flowy sequence. Left foot in, pull up, recreate those wings once and twice. Just find those edges. Okay, realign everything. Mine's a little bit tangled. Okay, good enough. Flopping around. And from this, let's release the pelvis. Arms open, as if like still wings. Coming back. Now pelvis back, but chest forward. Now neck long and looking up the ceiling. Coming up, realign. This time left foot into one of the wings. Keep pressing your right palm. Both hands meet. Breathe in, breathing out. Bend your left knee inward and open up into half lotus, looking up the ceiling. Coming up, and now we're moving into the split. So turn your left leg and hip, pressing away and bending the bottom knee to slide into the pigeon variation. Open your heart into this elegant back bend. Breathe in, breathing out, lean back and move into this Janu Shashasana. So just a little bit press your left leg, but if lower down, breathe in and breathing out, just folding forward. One more breath in here. And breathe out. Let's take that left foot, let them meet together on the right side. And once you lay down, find the edges, knees towards your chest, and flipping out. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's flow sequence with a little bit of taste of those tricks and more like an aerial dance. And if you're interested to learn more, you can find all the kind of like a database of tricks, flow sequences, and my newest level 3 flips and tricks online course. And once again, you can check it on my website down below in the description. And as always, like, subscribe, click that notification bell, and just share your thoughts down below how it went this flow. Where was the hardest parts? Where were easier parts? Which pose you enjoyed the most? And there you go. So I'll see you maybe in one of my courses, or maybe in the next YouTube tutorial. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Happy flying.